speed bumps.
Cool house.
Yeah.
10 likes.
Yep, you can see everything. A lot of for sale signs. A lot of new construction houses going on. There's one house up here on the left that's pretty neat. It's been here forever, it looks like. They're rehabbing it right now. It was built to look like a Mayan temple. Over here on the left. And it was abandoned for years, yeah. It was abandoned for years, and then somebody bought it and they're rehabbing it and stuff. So it's pretty awesome. Yep. And part of getting around here is knowing where the potholes are and knowing how to dodge them and all that good stuff. So if you see a car in front of you, kind of do a swerve action. Most likely they're not looking at their cell phone, they're probably dodging a pothole. Alright, and
Or a bicycler person.
And of course, that means there's 500 cars on the other side.
Yep.
And also one with some kind of flashy lights for some reason. If you want to get murdered on a bike, come down here and it'll be your wish. This is, oh my gosh, I can't remember, Mira del Sol or something like that.
What, back there?
Yeah. Chabomar, I'm sorry, Chabomar. Another resort. Highly rated on TripAdvisor.
And a lot of people want to catch rides
People are trying to
with
get
you.
rides, but the bus comes by here and for a few minutes, they'll be in on that.
When they see a van go by, it's free for all.
Yeah, they get excited. They're like,
Man, they're going to take us somewhere.
a Volkswagen van.
This is wavy gravy right here.
Yeah, this road is wavy gravy. This next resort is called the Turtle Inn. It's actually owned by Martin Scorsese, the famous movie director guy who did Platoon and stuff, which apparently was also filmed down here.
Big bump.
Whichever one that has Charlie Sheen in it. Is that Platoon, I think? That was filmed in Belize, and that director of that fell in love with Belize. He has a couple resorts he owns now. He's had that resort there for probably 20 years or more. But occasionally Charlie Sheen comes down here in the village and gets super drunk. We've heard stories of it. Right before we came the first time, I think, he was down here getting really super drunk at a bar.
Mariposa, we've ate there before. It's kind of back off the road, back in the woods there.
Mariposa.
They got pretty good food.
Yep.
Now we're coming up on the airport, Tropic Air, where we fly in our puddle jumper. And Maya Air is also right beside of it.
Maya Island.
But we usually fly Tropic.
That is the puddle jumper airport for Placencia.
Or the runway here.
You can see up here in the street, when the planes are getting ready to take off or land, these things come down because the end of the road is kind of like sort of the buffer zone for the air landing strip. So, yeah.
And there's what it looks like at the end of the road. At this pretty ocean scene here.
But yeah, they have to close the road so the planes can take off and land because they don't quite have a long enough landing strip. Continuing up here, this is kind of like the back side of the airport. Got the little Maya Island Air, which I've never flew with them before. We always do Tropic.
Some of those on that roll.
And there's a big, humongous construction company thing down here now, which wasn't here last year. On the right, a lot of cement trucks. I think it's probably because of all the new construction that's going on. Somebody decided to cash in on that, which that's perfectly good. Barefoot Services, which is a mechanic shop that we've used for the van before. They're nice people. Some more houses under subdivision, you know, or kind of like a resort community thing. But they're still all in the very early stages, usually.
Speed bump. Ah, they're
Another
wonderful.
speed hump.
So wonderful.
Yeah. If you didn't have them, people would drive like 90 miles an hour through here and
Yeah.
just run over every human being on the road or crash into each other.
Place here on the right's been for sale for a long time. It looks
Yeah.
kind of run down. Some people I think's been working on it some, but it's
Yeah,
needs a lot of tender loving care.
I dream about buying that place. If my dad was 20 years younger, I would buy it and then have him live down here and fix it for me. He could be my
There's the Flying Pig restaurant.
Flying Pig. Never ate there yet. Thought about
Probably won't.
it. Yeah,
It's
probably
more
not.
like a bar place.
It's kind of weird. It's in between. It's in between everything.
There's a Wild
Orchid Resort. So a lot of these places, when you see that fancy front part of it, like that's 90% of it right there. Like if you looked at it from above, you would see like a whole bunch of maybe cleared lots with some sand and things, and that's pretty much it.
And then there's a lot of signs for this Palm Reef Resort. That's their dream. That's what they want the place to look like.
Yeah.
Not much going on there
You
yet.
see what it looks like right now. A whole bunch of trees. Not much else happening. This resort here has been here since all the time we've been here, 7 years. I don't think we've really seen much going on there. They have one central building.
Well, it's up here a bit. They advertise for it. Good ways from it.
Yeah, yep. It's this one building, I think, right by this. Is it by this speed thing right here, maybe? No, or maybe the next one. This is another one. It's all empty. There's a couple. There's a building there, but
I think it's a resort. Is there a resort there?
it's supposed to be at some
I didn't see
time in
that
the future.
sign. This is another resort. It's not Palm Reef. It's
Lauro Bahia,
something like that.
and then I think Roberts Grove is right here on the right, actually.
Yep. Right and left.
Which Roberts Grove, we've been out there. They have a really big marina on the left side, on the lagoon side, and there was probably like, I don't know, over 50 boats out there, it looked like to me. I mean, that's a lot of sailboats for this area, definitely. Let's see. Yeah,
This is a
a
new place going
brand
up
new-
here.
brand new place, man.
Construction, probably a new resort going up.
Alright, we're all gonna die.
Got some workers calling it a day here, loading up in the back of their pickup truck
Loading up in the back of the truck.
and home. Now we're coming into Sign Bite area.
Yep. Signbite is a Garfuna village. The people are descendants of like some slaves that their ship crashed here back in the day, and they escaped from the slave guys and they started their own like culture and everything here in Belize. So they kind of have their own Garfuna culture going on.
Here's your car insurance place, that little yellow house.
Yeah.
That's where you get your car insurance.
That's the car insurance.
And here's some other houses.
There's another market up here where Elvis used to work. We did find Elvis while we were here. He is alive. He also inhabits, his soul inhabits the body of a Chinese man who is not that old. Now, there's a Chinese guy named Elvis that actually runs that, or did.
Yeah. And then his wife ran another market up in Maya Beach area that we stop at a lot. But we haven't seen her this time around.
No, not this time. Yep, so you can kind of see this village. I mean, it's not the most scenic village, but
It is what it
people are nice most of the time. Seem like very friendly. A lot of the people that live here work at the resorts as either you're hosting people or you're repair people or whatever. So they definitely are around. The Harry Hut.
Hair cuttery place.
There's a mechanic shop called Ramirez or something. That's
There
all
you go. They could help you out.
I think Turtle Beach is up here, which that's where they're supposed to make the Goss chocolate. Or Iguana Beach, I can't remember which.
No, it's not iguana. It's
Is it Turtle Beach? There used to be a sign for it, but
it's over here on the right.
I never
here, I
really
think.
saw it that much. It's just all these green looking places, I thought.
Yeah, I think it's this area here.
Blue Crab Beach.
Blue crab, yeah.
Blue Crab. That's where they supposedly make the Ladon famous Goss chocolate.
Oh, it's delicious. I love it. I gotta have it every time I come down.
It's not world famous, but it's
Gotta have my chocolates.
That's right. That's what it's all about. When you're on vacation, you relax and you eat chocolate bars
Which I make one chocolate bar last
a week.
almost a week by just eating like a little bit every day.
There's some more resorts we have never checked out. Mainstay, Kokomo. They have all kinds of different price points too. You know, some places you can stay at for cheap is like $50 a night if you wanted to. It's a crap, man, really. Alright,
Go
I'm gonna try to
around these guys.
I'm gonna do the Belize Pass, which is you wait for the speed thing and then you just go around them. Then
There's
there's a Tiger Beach Club,
We got this crazy little motorcycle.
which is an Indian restaurant in Belize, which is if you're into Indian food. I'm not really, but I've never really had that much, so maybe would like it if I tried it some more. Some more houses being built. I mean, when we first came down here, there was a lot of for sale signs everywhere. There still is quite a few, but not so much on the houses. This is called Mission Bay, which originally was a Christian resort, but I'm pretty sure that it's been sold off to somebody else at this point.
Gotta be quick to read signs and see it because Ken's flying through here apparently.
Sorry, this is the one area you can go where there's no speed bumps every 2 seconds. So usually you try to go.
This is a new resort coming up here on the right and left.
Naya.
This is opened, but you can't see it because of all the trees and stuff. It's back off the road.
It's called Naya. It's in a resort called Coco Plum. It's just been here forever. But apparently the Naya thing is like separate unto itself, and you can rent villas in there, and then they have like massages and hot rocks on your face and all kinds of stuff like that. So I guess that's interesting. Like hot rocks on your
If
face.
you're into hot rocks on your face, I guess it's interesting.
Or they might have some little small people dance on your back. That could work. If your back hurts bad enough, you try anything. Believe me. Alright, so now we are coming up on, I think, that place that we were talking about earlier.
Palm Reef.
Yeah, Palm Reef, where they show their signs
Yeah,
back
here
there.
you go.
It's going to be this humongous complex of thingity stuffs and things.
They
and
have
stuffs.
that one place right there.
And that's all that's here. That's all that's been here for.
Oh, look, there's
Now they
some
are
construction
building
there.
some poles in the ground. So, you know, progress.
A little bit.
Slight progress.
Slight progress, but any progress around here is pretty
It's
good.
progress.
Now
There's-
we're coming to Maya Beach.
My beach, that's where we stay. That's where our resorts and stuff is at. Yeah. We've been sticking around here this time. You know, the resort is nice. biggest swimming pool in the country. And it also has a nice beach you can sit on. You can fish. It has a nice restaurant. There's actually another nice one right down the road. So there's all kinds of, stuff right here. Plus there is a little grocery store here. We're just kind of chilling around here. Getting into the village sometimes can be kind of a pain in the butt. And really at this point, the only thing that draws us down there is the ice cream
Tutti
store.
Frutti ice cream is the best in the
Pretty
world.
much. If it wasn't for that, I don't even know if we would go down there. Here's that Kia. Somebody came and collected it.
On the way down, we saw a crashed car, and now we're coming up behind it. It's been towed away.
Yeah. It looks like somebody ran into one of these side post things that's on the ground.
Yeah, the front bumper and the back bumper was tore off, and even the windshield was kind of
broken.
smashed.
I don't know how that happened. Yeah, it was pretty messed up, and it's actually a pretty new Kia. They have Kia dealerships down here now.
There's Maya Beach Police Precinct.
There you go. That's all that hot police action.
There's the other grocery store we
That's the other
go
grocery
to
store
a
we go
lot.
to, which has no name on it whatsoever.
It's a no-name grocery store.
If you didn't know what it was, you just drive past it.
There's Maya Breeze Inn.
Actually, on my credit card receipts it says the Peninsula something.
Or Kia.
Alas, poor Kia, I knew him well. Yeah, it's a pretty nice one.
There's a Green
It's actually
Parrot
done
Beach
well.
House and Restaurant. We've never ate there before.
Green Parrot.
I know what it's like.
Thought about visiting that just to see. I know some of the stuff has kind of like middle of the road or something reviews. There's this new Siaba Beach thing. That's some new thing. And so you have like our resort. We say it has like a 5-star type restaurant. The one Maya Beach Bistro, same thing, like a 5-star. And those ones are just right there. So you got to ask yourself, why would you go to one of these other ones when, it's like a 3-star or something like that?
This is Jaguar Bowling Place and Pizza. We always say we're going to go there, but we never do.
Nope.
Don't ask me why.
But I'm
we
going to
never
go
do,
there.
but someday.
I'm going to go there. It's usually closed when I want to go there, like if it was a rainy day or something.
Alright, here's Maya Beach Bistro.
Yep.
Here on my right. We like to eat here. It's got a nice view when you sit out there on the patio to eat.
Yep,
Nice
it's
view of the
really
beach.
nice. The people are nice.
Straight
The
puppies.
food is excellent.
Yeah, the food's good.
And the owner is nice. Everybody's
Mhm.
nice. Nice.
And then they've got a little pier you can sit out on and some swings and
I can't see her anymore. I do.
different things. It's nice.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, sometimes you just get behind something and you have to be patient and wait for a good straightaway. So if you try to go around them on a curve, chances are a car's going to be coming the other way and it's
Or
going
a
to be
cement truck.
bad.
Or a school bus. Something like that. Or a Big Mac truck. You just never know. So it's best to be cautious.
So now we're going to be coming up on the Belize Ocean Club. There on the right. And it's also on the left.
Can't say anything.
We were going to eat here
We're gonna make it.
last night,
We're gonna make it.
but we wanted to eat by the beach and they wasn't serving supper on the beach. And we really didn't want to eat on the lagoon side, so we ended up going to Maya Beach Bistro again. Here's some construction. Not sure what that's going to be yet,
It's all new.
but it
Says
used to
North
be
Harbor.
all wooded, just like this is.
Yep, this used to be nothing.
They started clearing it last year, I guess. We were here.
Used to be nothing just like this. Now it's gonna be something.
And we're going to pass all the gecko houses, which Ken's going so fast. Tipsy, lazy, groovy, and jamming.
Jamming.
There's 4 different houses, and each one have their own gecko name.
swimming
been
pool.
inside. We've seen their websites.
There's some houses that are for sale. You got $1 million bucks. Or
Yep.
something. You buy
Beachside houses. There's
You
new
buy
construction there.
beautiful $1 million.
Now we're coming up on the residence where we stay.
Yep. There's a big white elephant over there.
Yep. Some houses are
Marco's
incomplete at
house.
this time.
There's some other
There's
cool stuff on
more.
this right side.
Nice houses over here.
Plus, there's like this thing under construction down here where they're using this crane and all kinds of crazy big drill machine thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. Nothing runs like a bee. That big drill deal. They're drilling down and then they're pouring cement and stuff.
Yep.
They're making it happen. This is coming in. There's all the residences over there on the left-hand side. They got like a moat around it to keep out the riffraffs. Like us, the riffraffs. Somehow they let us in anyway. Because I guess they just don't know any better.
Because we're driving a cool van.
We're driving a school Volkswagen van. That lets you get in anywhere. That's your golden ticket. It's like getting to Willy Wonka.
That cool little house
There's
there.
a house. There's a little tiny house you can hardly see that's for sale right now.
That is a chapel where you can go to.
Here's some peeps waiting for the bus. Alright, I'm gonna see, make sure nobody's
I
coming.
don't see anybody.
Get hammered.
Gotta go to the car check here.
Yeah.
It's a nice house.
There's the yard man. My buddy. There's our house right there. We stay in. Dave's
That
house.
one right there.
Bonefish house.
It's over here next to the lagoon.
And you can kind of see the mountains in the distance.
Yep, real nice
Hawaiian
view.
mountains.
That's the first house that was ever in the residences. They got all these other ones that they built.
And that's about it. We're back at our place, at our humble abode here.
There's a golf cart we like to take a ride on sometimes. Alright, see you later.